Hubert, what is that? No sound at all. Officer Heinrich stares upward. Hubert grips the dashboard. It's following us. That's not a plane. Not from here. Dispatch crackles over the radio. Unit 12 confirmed visual. Multiple reports coming in. A civilian voice shakes. It's above my house. Just floating. No wings. No noise. Fighter pilot radios urgently. Target locked. Wait. Gone. Vanished off radar. It began on a quiet night in the Walloon countryside. The date was November 29th, 1989. A bone-chilling Wednesday evening in Belgium's Liège province. Most people were indoors, fireplaces crackling, unaware that what would soon transpire in the skies above would become one of the most well-documented, incredible UFO sightings in European history. The first contact around 5:30 p.m., two police officers from Eupen, Sergeant Heinrich Nicole and Officer Hubert von Montigny, were patrolling the area near the German border. As they drove down a rural road, something caught their eye in the dusky sky, something that didn't belong there. "Do you see that?" Heinrich asked, slowing the patrol car. Hubert leaned forward, squinting through the windshield. That's not a helicopter. It's just..." Hovering above the tree line hovered a large triangular object, silent, with three bright white lights at each corner and a pulsing red light in the center. The craft seemed almost serene, moving deliberately and smoothly, without a single sound. "We need to report this," Heinrich muttered, grabbing the radio. The two officers followed the object for nearly half an hour. Every time they thought it would disappear over a ridge or behind the forest canopy, it would reappear, gliding without wings, without rotors, and most chillingly, without a sound. "It's as if it knows we're watching," Hubert whispered. Calls flood. In that night, more than 1,500 separate sightings would be reported across Belgium, from civilians, police, and even military personnel. Dozens described the same triangular shape, the same glowing lights, the same eerie silence. In the small town of Jalhay, a schoolteacher named Anne-Marie Delvaux was walking her dog when the sky lit up above her. "It was huge," she later told reporters. "Bigger than my house. It moved like nothing I've ever seen before." Her voice trembled in the recording. "I wanted to run, but I couldn't. My legs locked up. It was like it was watching me." Military scrambles to respond. The reports reached Belgium's Air Force, and they took them seriously. By March 30th, 1990, following months of continuing sightings, the Belgian Air Force authorized two F-16 fighters to intercept unidentified radar targets that had been spotted zigzagging across Belgian airspace. Radar operators at Glan's control center confirmed the anomaly. One controller, Major P. Lambrechts, would later recall, "We observed multiple radar returns that defied conventional flight characteristics. Instantaneous acceleration, sudden stops, sharp turns. No aircraft we know of can do this." The F-16s locked onto one of the targets. Within seconds, the object accelerated from 280 kilometers per hour to over 1,800 kilometers per hour in a matter of seconds. No sonic boom, no heat signature, no visual confirmation. Pilot Colonel Dieter Klein gave a chilling debrief. "It toyed with us. Every time we locked on, it dove, stopped, reversed, or vanished." The military released radar data, transcripts, and public statements, unprecedented transparency that baffled even skeptics. Witnesses speak out. One of the most compelling civilian testimonies came from Luc Deschamps, a former civil engineer who spotted the triangle hovering over his backyard in Wavre. "I was barbecuing," Luc said. "In November, I know. But I love grilling even in the cold. Then the light washed over me, white like daylight, but soft. Warm Luke stepped forward, shielding his eyes. I thought it was a blimp, but there was no sound. Not even wind. It just floated. It was the size of a football field. His daughter Yuli, only 10 years old at the time, said something that stayed with Luke for decades. Daddy, are the stars coming closer? Scientific and government reaction. The SOBEPS, Société Belge d'études des phénomènes spatiaux, launched a full investigation. Led by scientist Patrick Ferrin, they interviewed hundreds of witnesses and collected photographs, video footage, and drawings. One of the most famous pieces of evidence came from an anonymous man in Petit-Rachin, who captured a photograph of the triangular craft. The image, grainy but chilling, became an icon of the UFO phenomenon. While skeptics tried to dismiss it as mass hysteria or misidentified aircraft, no official explanation ever matched the consistency and scale of the event. Belgian Air Force General Wilfried de Bruer, in a rare, public statement said, "The military could not explain what was flying over Belgium. It wasn't ours, it wasn't American, and it wasn't Russian." The statement made headlines across the globe. Moments of terror. In the village of Spa, a young couple, Dominique and Pascal, were driving home late at night. As they rounded a hill, the car's radio crackled, then died. The headlights flickered. The engine sputtered to a halt. "We thought it was just the battery," Pascal said, until we looked up. Hovering directly above them was the same black triangle. "It filled the sky," Dominique whispered in an interview. "It was so close I could see the panels." The lights weren't just lights. They were watching. For 5 minutes, the couple sat frozen. Then, without a sound, the object tilted and shot off at an impossible angle, vanishing into the stars. They never forgot that night. "It wasn't just a craft," Dominique said. "It was aware." An international curiosity. The Belgian wave caught the attention of NASA, NATO, and SETI. Even the CIA requested information from Belgian intelligence, intrigued by the detailed military data and pilot testimonies. In the U.S., famed astrophysicist Dr. J. Allen Hynek, who had previously worked on Project Blue Book, called it one of the most credible mass sightings in history. "These are not drunk farmers or unreliable narrators," Hynek stated. "They are pilots, police, engineers, citizens. Their stories align, and so does the radar, a legacy that remains unexplained." Over 30 years later, the Belgian UFO wave remains unexplained. The sightings ceased almost as quickly as they began, leaving behind more questions than answers. No debris, no crash, no clear agenda. Some believe it was secret military technology, an experimental stealth craft from the U.S. Others argue that the maneuvers witnessed defy any known propulsion system. A new theory emerged from Dr. Emile Lemoine, a physicist who studied the radar anomalies. What if it wasn't just a craft, but a probe, sent to observe, to test our reactions? Final words from the sky. In a declassified military report, a radar operator wrote a final chilling note. "For 3 nights in a row, they came. Each time a little closer. We tracked them, chased them, but never caught them. Then they vanished. But the sky still feels watched." Epilogue. To this day, Belgium's skies remain quiet, but those who saw the triangles, who stood beneath that cold, hovering silence, remember every detail. The lights, the shape, the way time felt different. "You can't fake that kind of awe," said Officer von Montigny, now long retired. "When you've seen something that shouldn't exist, your world never goes back to normal." And maybe that's what they wanted all along, to be seen and remembered. If this video made you skeptical, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more UFO stories they don't want you to see. Your support is how we fight for the truth and bring you the most compelling evidence on this planet. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.